Hello there, my Capricorn collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. Oh, I'm loving your energy. But damn, Cappies. Rainbows. The song is Rainbow High from Evita. If you're going to listen to it, listen to Lapone's version. There's so much complexity with you. So Capricorn, whatever it is you got going on right now, you're going to be expected to show a lot of range. You're going to be expected to show that you can do a lot. The thing is to make it seem effortless, and it focuses on your adaptability. You got to listen to the song, because it's the highs and lows of it are absolutely beautifully breathtaking, but at the same time, it's very challenging artistically. I feel like whatever you're doing, you're kind of in that vibe. So I feel like it's good energy. I feel like it's like a positive with you. It's not like a stuck stagnant energy. It shows your range, growth, and your ability to do what it is you need to do. Hermit energy, so there's Virgo. There's Lover's energy, so there's Gemini. And then there's King of Pentacles. Lord have mercy. Capricorn, some of you could give up on an opportunity because you're doing all this work, but I also don't feel like your energy is being matched. So those of you, if you're in like a runner-chaser type relationship or partnership, and you're expected to show this range of motion, like you have all this capacity for love and understanding and all this type energy, but your partner isn't reciprocating for shit. For some of you, it's because they really can't. So it's almost a dog and pony show. But damn, Capricorn. This almost feels like a dance-off vibe, to be quite honest with you, Capricorn. So if you have the opportunity, or you're in this sort of position and someone's trying to see what your capacity is, and this is like your range. This is like your range, right? If you're getting sort of challenged, or someone is wanting to see this range that you have, expect the same from them. So, it's like, okay, well, I'll show you a little bit of what I can do. I will give you a taste of what I can do, but you're going to have to match it for me. So you shouldn't be jumping through hoops for anybody. You shouldn't be going above and beyond if that energy isn't going to be matched. Now, take that how that resonates with you, Capricorn. Some of you, it's relationships or partnerships where someone expects you to do all the changing, where someone expects you to show them your value and your worth. And in turn, you need to be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to show you a little bit of what I can do. You show me a little bit of what you can do. And you need to kind of base your relationships, partnerships, work, love, life vibes with you, with who can match your energy. Damn, Capricorn. Definitely not for the... It's not for the weak of heart. Those of you that aren't interested in like finding that matched energy when it comes to you, it does feel like a dance-off. It does seem as cheesy as it fucking sounds. But at the same token, someone should be matching your energy. Especially those of you with this Hermit, the Lovers, and the King of Pentacle energy. This is like... it's almost like a jester energy. A jester, Jester. Some of you, it's like a gesture, Gesture. But damn, are they even worth it? Is this relationship or partnership even worth it? So damn. Now is not the time to be coy. Now is not the time to deal with anybody who is in this sort of passive-aggressive type energy, acting like they're worth more than what they are. So be like, you know what? Let's just sort of meet halfway here and see. Because you have the ability, you have the range, you have the capability of achieving what you set out to do. Make sure somebody else is able to match you. So if they're wanting you to change everything about you to make something work, just say, you know what? How do I know you're even worth it? A lot of passive aggressiveness, a lot of coyness, a lot of shyness. It's like, well, I don't have to show you anything, or I'm not going to do that. You show me. You show me. It's like, well, you know what? We'll just kind of meet halfway. You show me what you're able to do, I'll show you what I'm able to do. And actually hold people to the standards when it comes to this. So that way you're not wasting your time or energy with somebody who really doesn't have shit to offer, can't really bring you anything. But boy, they'll keep you jumping through hoops, and they'll expect a hell of a lot more from you than what you will ever get back in return from them. This is a good attitude to have, even when it comes to like a job opportunity. If someone's wanting you to do the work of 5 people, is the pay going to be commensurate with that? What is the expectations versus what it is that the opportunity requires? Some of you, I feel like this is with relationships or partnerships. Quit being so fucking easy when choosing partners. Those of you, get out of that sort of runner chaser energy. Those never work, because those that like to be chased usually don't have much to offer, which is why they're always in that vibe. Anytime someone gets close to creating or establishing a relationship or partnership with them, they realize really quick they don't have a whole fucking lot to offer. It's all about the thrill. Damn. My creative Capricorns, this is a good opportunity for you. It does feel cheesy, like a dance-off, something like that, but it actually is going to be worth your time, energy, or effort. I don't care whatever the fuck it is you got going on. Whatever your discipline is. So, damn Capricorn. The Hangman, the 9 of Cups. This is that sort of like dance-off. It is that kind of, I know what I can do. You show me what you can do. Because, you know, before we can work together, there has to be that sort of combined ability to work together. So some of you know you're actually on the same sort of level. Those of you like the emotional capacity, the emotional range. Ah, sweet Jesus. Listen to the song, see what you get from it. There's so much to it that it's more than just the song. It's like everything else. It's the technicality of it as well. So if someone wants you to show how much you love them, be like, well, why don't you show me how much you love me? Because whatever the hell we're doing here, we should be able to match each other energetically, or it is not worth your time, energy, or effort. This is like a fake-ass energy. So, you know, you want to dance? Show me your dance moves. You want to have a relationship or partnership? Show me what your emotional capacity is. Show me what you're able to give. And give just enough to see if it's sort of reciprocated. Virgo, Gemini energy here. The Virgo and the Gemini, that just feels like a relationship or partnership where someone likes to be very passive-aggressive, but they really don't have a whole lot to offer. So, copies, take what's yours, leave what's not. Any type of relationship or partnership, what's your expectations going into it? Are you going to be the one that's expected to have all this capacity and to be able to do everything while your partner just sits on their ass and you just kind of have to tiptoe around their energy? Oh my goodness. Y'all know Capricorns, choose smart partners. That's right at the get-go. You choose that right at the beginning. Especially those of you when it comes to establishing kind of the dominant energy in the relationship or partnership. Some of you, those passive-aggressive ones, those are the ones that are very sneaky. So they don't have much to offer, but they expect everyone else to sort of meet their demands, sort of do what they want them to do. How fake are you when you're dating? Lord have mercy, Capricorn. Let's talk some truth here. There's the Empress. Oh, there we go. There's the Empress and there's the Three of Swords. So someone wants you to do all this work to prove your value or worth, but they should be able to meet you the same. Work, love, life when it comes to you, Capricorn. Hopefully a lot of you are consolidating your energies so you're not being messy. So you have compartmentalized. Those of you, especially when it comes to this upgrade in energy too. You don't want to be sloppy. You don't want to allow anyone to sort of judge the decisions that you're making. So it's very interesting with you. Be mindful of the expectations you have on others. And make sure that you kind of, you have a nice balanced vibe when it comes to that. Because your favoritism could be showing. Crown of that, you got the Six of Wands. Below that, you got the Four of Cups. Here is the Knight of Wands. And here is the Knight of Swords. Oh my goodness. Capricorns, I get this a lot because I'm not reading for every every zodiac. Go where the energy feels right? You got a lot of interesting decisions to make here, Capricorn. But it's okay if you base it on... Someone needs to match your energy, for fuck's sake. You shouldn't be the only one that has to give or take. You shouldn't be the only one that has to make concessions. Especially if the expectations far outweigh anything that your partner or this opportunity is going to bring. Because some of y'all, someone just wants to sit on their ass while you're the one making all these changes and going through all of this. Are they really worth it? Some of you, I think, have chosen yourself. You have kind of done this dance-off, which I know it sounds cheesy as fuck, but not really. Whatever the hell it is that you do, right? You're able to do just enough of it to say, okay, well, I can do that. Oh, my goodness. This is like anything you can do, I can do better. I'm watching Cisco pitter-pat, dum-bum-bum. I can do that. I like the musical vibes with you because there's so much. I definitely think that you have a lot of capabilities about you, Capricorn. So some of you, be mindful of the show horse or the show pony horse, the show horse energy. Oh my goodness, Capricorns. This is like everyday life. Those that just want the opportunity. You're the one doing all the work while they sit up there on their ass, just like, oh, look at me. I got Capricorn doing everything for me. So, damn Cappies. What's the expectations, and is that energy really going to be met? You should be very tough to date, or you should at least expect reciprocity when it comes to dating. Those of you, the emotional capacity, especially if you're dealing with someone that they're never going to change. So they probably have a lot of exes because eventually someone in their life decides that they're not jumping through those hoops anymore. They expect a hell of a lot more when it comes to that relationship or partnership. You're going to make concessions. There's things you're going to have to agree on. But you should not be the only one that's changing everything about you. Especially if they're not changing anything. A lot of you, they really don't bring anything to whatever the hell it is you got going on. They just want to saddle up there and ride off of your merits, right off of what you're able to do. This is complex. That double hermit energy. I don't know if you're dealing with a Virgo. There's the Five of Cups. There's the Tower energy. And there's the Moon. Oh my goodness. Some of you, why do these people's relationships or partnerships do fall apart? Some of them, people get tired eventually of having to change everything about themselves. While the other person is just like, oh my gosh, look. Are they worth the time, energy, or effort? You need to figure that out right at the beginning. It is like a job interview. It is like an audition where you're like, okay, I'll show you a little bit of what I can do. Now, let's see if you're able to match that or not. Damn, Capricorn. The resume looks good, everything looks good, but what is the capability? What's the capacity? Those of you, especially when it comes to your emotional connections, some of you are trying to create a loving relationship or partnership who really doesn't have enough emotional capacity to love themselves or give to themselves. It's fake-ass Emperor, Empress energy. That's all it is at the end of the day. It's those that like the opportunity, those that wear the outfit, those that want to be on the winning team, but at the same time, they don't really contribute anything. But you would continually be making concessions for the relationship or partnership. You would be having to slow down or change this or change that. All of your plans need to be changed while they don't change anything about what they got going on. You can't disrupt their energy. But they have no problems with disrupting your energy. Oh, this is like serious. So, you know, if you want an emotional connection to somebody and right from the get-go, they really never showed any emotion, and you're like thinking it's a romantic relationship or partnership, and they could give two fucks. They're not going to remember an anniversary. They're not going to remember a birthday. The emotional capacity isn't there. They're going to expect you, though. So this is holding you to different standards compared to what you're expected to hold them to different standards. So this is the run-of-the-mill, stuck stagnant relationships or partnerships. The passive-aggressive one who doesn't seem that demanding, but damn. The cost of ownership of that relationship or partnership. Some of you when it comes to your working relationships too. Those of you bringing on people, those of you hiring people, those of you that's out there looking for work. You need to have a hell of a lot more expectations. Before you run, some of you, can they walk? This is like the basics. Can someone do the basics of something? So, whatever your discipline is, whatever this is when it comes to or in regards to you, if it's a romantic relationship or partnership, you start dating somebody, how do they handle the little sort of snafus along the way? What if there is a scheduling conflict? How much sort of drama does that entail? How much of it is you changing everything to meet their schedule? But they're never going to change their schedule to meet your schedule. This does feel like audition energy. This does feel like job interview energy. What if someone's wanting to be an assistant, how fast can they type? What is their capability? What's like the bare minimum? Can they at least meet the bare minimum? And then going from there, what's their qualifications? What's so special about what it is that they do? Those of you when you're dating, it's the simple things. If there's any type of disagreement, how do they handle that? Who's always having to concede to make the other fucking person happy? Now, I'm not talking about like the personal connections. I'm not talking about the passionate energy here. I'm talking about the basic date. Can you set a date? Can you have the date? What's the energy when it comes to the date? How do they treat the wait staff? How do they handle any sort of hiccups along the way? Do they mind inconveniencing you? But if you inconvenience them, that's a whole nother story. A lot of that you see right at the beginning. So there's a lot of fake-ass emperor empresses when it comes to you, Capricorn. But a lot of you, someone just wants to come in and write off on what the work that you've done. So it's like side piece energy. It's the person that wants to be on the winning team. It's the person that wants the opportunity to be with you or be in your vibe. But they really haven't deserved or earned their spot there. So, I mean, fucking A. Work, love, life when it comes to you, Capricorn. Some of you might need to look at your life like you would a job interview. Definitely higher expectations. You should have a goal. You should have some sort of standard that people need to meet. Just to see how they handle obstacles. Just to see how they handle the little disruptions. And who's expected to change everything to make it work. There's a lot of manipulation around you. I love this for you, Capricorns, but this is making smarter choices. This is the difference between just being what's the word? A simple partnership versus a very good collaborative, very good growth opportunity. You both are able to work and grow with each other. You both bring the same amount of energy, the same amount of knowledge, the same amount of capacity into the relationship or partnership. So you're able to disagree and come up with amicable outcomes, resolutions. Some of you definitely when it comes to your emotional connections. Be mindful early on in the relationship or partnership for that sort of hidden passive aggressiveness. Those that really aren't worth your time, energy, or effort, but damn, they want you to think that they are. This also avoids high maintenance. Work, love, life. Whatever you got going on, Capricorn. Look, you pulled hermit energy 3 times here. So some of y'all, sit your ass down. I feel like that's crosswatcher vibes with you. There's that 6 of Wands, double 6 of Wands with you. Over the 3 of Swords, you got the 8 of Cups. Over the 4 of Cups here, you got the 7 of Swords. Here you got the 4 of Pentacles under that moon. The 9 of Swords with the 6 of Wands is the 6 of Cups. Lord have mercy. This does feel like a tug-of-war energy. This does feel like you need to have a... I mean, what's the fucking vibe here? Your expectations should be met. Their expectations should be met. Make sure you guys are on the same sort of vibe. Because it's all going to come down to this. Who's going to be able to control the emotional side of the relationship or partnership? This is before you even add a physical connection to the relationship or partnership. So those of you Capricorns that realize or have taken a step back to getting to know somebody in a biblical sense, so that way there can be none of this sort of passionate vibe. Higher expectations. A lot of you are definitely established. This really shouldn't be all that dramatic with you either. This should just be basic common sense. What is the emotional capacity? What are you expecting? You should be expecting more. You should expect. Some of you, it's like the bare fucking minimum for some of you. You don't even sort of touch on that vibe. Especially those of you that make it a really passionate connection first. And then you get that, how much of you are you going to change to make the relationship or partnership work? Work, love, life with you too, Capricorns. Some of you have made choices. You've gone into contracts. You've gone into relationships. Already making concessions going in. But the energy is never matched in return. That's why a lot of you keep falling short of like a true good working connection. Again, work, love, life with you, Capricorns. Some of you are going to stay stuck in emotional relationships or partnerships with someone who's very passive-aggressive, who doesn't make any... They're not going to change anything about the way they are, but they expect you to change everything about you. It's very passive-aggressive. They're never going to come across as being that, but you'll catch on to that real early on. So, it's like show pony energy. Someone wants you to kind of show your value or worth. They should be able to match it the same with you. And that should just be a given, right? This is like you got your resume out there. You can say, well, this is what I've done. What have you done? Some of you having like some bare minimum expectations going in. So whatever this opportunity is with you, there should be like some basic qualifications. I love this energy, but damn. It all comes down to your expectations. Some of you dating smarter, dating differently, expecting things to be different. You should look at your romantic relationships or partnerships the same way you would your working relationships or partnerships. Because at the end of the day, a marriage is basically it's a legal binding contract. You just have emotions attached to it instead of a job and a salary. There's the 8 of Pentacles. There's the Hangman energy. There's the Strength card. There's the Ace of Wands. There's the 3 of Wands over the 4 of Pentacles. Over the 6 of Cups, you got the 6 of Swords. You got the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and there's the 6 of fucking Swords. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Capricorn. What happens when you establish some simple, basic expectations? Capricorn, I don't think you're the one that's playing hard to get. But those of you, if someone starts playing that hard to get, I think that should be a major fucking turnoff with you. Because that tells you from the get-go, they're not even interested in trying. They want you to do all the work. Which essentially gives them all the control when it comes to the relationship or partnership. Way too much of that passive aggressiveness, which some of you need to realize it's a tactic like anything else. Someone is definitely holding what they do very close to their chest here. So this is that be mindful of the runner-chaser vibes, right? Most of them are in that because once someone does get to know them, they really don't put that much time, energy, or effort into them because of their emotional capacity. All this over the moon. So, damn, Capricorns. It's not lack of opportunities, but damn, Capricorn, some of you, you need to, what's the word here? You need to look at your relationships or partnerships from a different sort of standard. This is like getting into a state college versus getting into an Ivy League. This is like a beginning position with a company versus going into a leadership capacity. If you look at it and your expectations, you're kind of there. You understand this. How much are you changing to fit the relationship or partnership? Some of you, it's that passive-aggressive energy. Someone playing hard to get or someone expecting you to kind of show up and gesture. It's like jester energy and gesture energy. J-E-S-T-E-R and G-E-S-T-U-R-E. While they just really don't do nothing. It does feel like a dance-off energy. So you do a few steps and you see if they can match your steps. If you're bringing on people, you're wanting to take on people with the work that you do, what's the fucking expectations? If they're expecting you to do all this major stuff and be very eloquent and everything, what do they exactly bring to the table? I love the creative vibe with this too. Capricorns, a lot of you with the work that you do, whether you're creative or not, some of you are going to be having to make decisions like this. You get the people that come in and they want to, oh, I love your idea. Let's work together. Can we do this? And then you realize they're really not going to be that good of a connection with you. The Pentacle energy, I think you're good at. So, you shouldn't be looking at things just based solely on the financials. But would this be a good working relationship or partnership? Once the newness wears off, is it going to be like a good working relationship or partnership? You got a lot of things wanting to come at you quick and fast and passionate. But, damn. It's kind of what's the expectations? So, what are your standards? This isn't knowing your value or worth. This is, you're able to show your value or worth. So expecting that from others makes all the fucking difference. Baby, let me upgrade you here, but you got to make some smart fucking choices. You got to make some smart choices. Damn, Capricorn. Rainbow High, I love that with you. It's the song. The song is great, but it's the technical, it's the range of that song. It's very hard to do without it being, well, Lapone does it the best. She was fresh out of Juilliard, so her voice, she sings it instead of shouting it, because most people that do the song nowadays, it feels more like they're shouting it instead of singing it, because it goes low and then it goes up high. Oh my goodness. Damn Capricorns. What's your expectations? Basically it. If someone wants you to impress them, they should be able to impress you too. If you're bringing on someone to work in a relationship or partnership, or you're going to have a close connection, or you need to establish a close connection, Make sure that you're both are the bare minimums are being met. It is like if you're a student going to a teacher, right? Are they even going to be able to teach you? Or is it going to be like rudimentary? The complexity with you, Capricorn, I love. So hopefully you're looking at other areas of your life instead of just overcompensating in one. Some of you, your romantic relationships or partnerships, you get played right from the get-go because you're being too accommodating. Way too accommodating and fewer expectations. You'll change everything to meet someone else's standards, but if they have to change even the first thing when it comes to meeting yours, that's a no-go. So a lot of you are dealing with fake-ass opportunists. What covers the world card vibes when it comes to you, Capricorn? Establish like a bare minimum. Establish some sort of standard. And from there, you can judge the relationship or partnership. Nine of Wands with the Page of Wands. It needs to be like tough fucking competition with you. Right? Expecting more. Healthier boundaries too. I feel like you get met with this type of energy. So Capricorns, a lot of you get kind of played because you're not asking enough questions. I feel like this is something that you've always had to deal with. You've always been, it's okay to find compromises. It's not that you can't compromise, but it should be both people compromising instead of you just deciding. Some of y'all stay the fuck away from a Virgo energy. If someone needs you to impress them, fuck that. They should be impressing you the whole time you're impressing them. Think of it like a dance-off. You do a few steps, they do a few steps. And then you kind of see, okay, there's something there. Okay. It is almost like an audition. It is almost like a fucking job interview. Those of you, if you're looking at putting a ring on it, a marriage is basically a business contract. So, sweet Jesus. Over top of that is the sun. Looking at things from a far different perspective. Those of you, make sure you're holding everybody else to the same standards as well. Because a lot of you have been in relationships or partnerships and your favoritism shown. So if you're expecting everyone else to meet a certain standards, but there's others around you that you let slide that really don't meet your bare minimum expectations, but you're expecting others to sort of jump through hoops, it's kind of like that. So be mindful of that too. I feel like you need a standardization just right from the get-go, like the absolute bare fucking minimum. And then from there, go on. This is also like a hierarchy energy. This is also like a boss-ass energy, too. There needs to be an equality. There needs to be this ability to work together, to make concessions when need to, and when to... it's like a great compromise. It's finding a good compromise. But those of you, if you intermix your relationships, your interpersonal relationships with your work life, that will actually come back to bite you in the ass. Because if you're not holding everyone to the same expectations, don't expect everyone to give you their best. So make sure your shadow self isn't showing. Some of you with your relationships or partnerships, right? Some of you could have a child that says, you wouldn't let me act that way, but what the hell is your girlfriend, boyfriend acting that way for? Oh, the complexity with you, Capricorns. Absolutely beautiful. Those of you that this isn't romantic, if you're dating, kind of expect that. If someone wants you to kind of show what you're worth or kind of do the little song dance, little tap dance routine, be like, okay, now it's your turn. You go first, I'll go. Make sure that the energy is being met. Some of you right from the get-go. So, you know what I mean? Be mindful of the passive-aggressive ones. They act all sort of shy and coy, but damn. That's to see how much they can emotionally manipulate you. Those of you, don't make it passionate if you get overwhelmed because the sex is good. What's your standards before someone even gets that opportunity? Those of you, especially the emotional capacity. If you're looking for a nice emotional connection with somebody, but everything you have is like just overly passionate connections, there's a difference between passion and that emotional connection. Take what's yours, Capricorn, leave what's not. I love the complexity in this. It's basically matched energy. So, if they want you to be a certain way, are they able to match your energy? If they're expecting you to do a song and dance every time you're with them, are they going to give you a little song and dance too? Like in the positive way. Not just tap dancing around what you need to be focusing on. Like, okay, I'll show you what I'm capable of. Now you show me what you're capable of. It's all about compromise, finding that sort of equal ground. Some of you need a decent baseline to even base this off of. It'd be like a job interview where you have to have this qualification to even get the opportunity, right? And then base it off of that. I think you date a lot of Virgo energies, but you need to be more in like a Virgo energy. There's far more layers to this, so you kind of need to see the layers before you take the time on something. You ever watched how they make like croissants, how they keep folding the dough over, and there's a certain way you do to get those layers? It's like that. So you need to expect a hell of a lot more. Especially if you keep dealing with Virgo-type energies. Those is kind of like silent. They don't give much. Some of you, it's because they don't have much to say or they don't really want you to see. So, of course, quit over-romanticizing everything as well. Treat everybody with the same sort of vibe, because some of you, that's going to be the difference. If you're dating someone that acts more immature than your children do, don't be surprised if they don't say, if I did that, you'd bust my ass. But what the fuck? Good luck. God bless. Like, share, subscribe, Capricorn. Peace, love, and light.